back to my channel. I want to talk to you guys today about the second part of where I got the second part of my YouTube name. It's taken me forever to do this because I forgot that was a very personal experience, and the name when I came up with the name. Well, I'm going to admit it today. I am an empath. Before you all come at me, please don't. I'm not an experienced empath, but I am one. To be exact, I'm what's called an emotional empath. How did I find this out? Freak accident. And when I took the test, I understood exactly why I know I am one. Well, what does that mean? Well, I'll give you an example. Say you and your partner are in the room together and you guys are arguing. Well, and I don't know that y'all are arguing. If I come in and I come walk into the room with you, I'll actually either feel anger broadcast by the person that's doing the yelling, or the one that's receiving the yelling, which might be fear. I don't understand it, but I actually feel it. And it is very terrifying. It's been, and this has been happening to me for years. Say, for example, I leave that room and go into another room, and everybody's cutting up and having a crazy time and laughing and joking. Well, guess what? I was scared or angry a minute ago. It changes to being ridiculously happy. And I'm not just talking happy. It's kind of multiplied tenfold. I've literally hated it, and I've lived with this as long as I can remember. Well, what does that go with the rest of my life? Well, empaths attract narcissistic people in their relationship. And what does that do for us? They actually drain. When I remember back, I could really say that I felt like my soul was being drained. They drain the heck out of you. In the community, because as you can see, I'm not white, but I'm black. But in our community, you're considered, and especially me as a male, you're the B word, or the P word, or the B/N word, and we all know what I'm talking about. Or you're considered a simp, because I abhor violence. I can give it, but I don't like it. Because I grew up in a very violent household. I don't like to be that person. Don't want to ever be that person. I feel certain things different. My emotions are multiplied tenfold. Even in watching movies, certain movies I can't watch. The news, 9 times out of 10 I can't watch it, because it brings fear, it brings anxiety, it brings anger, it brings pain. And now that I know I am an empath, a lot of times I can deal with it because I talk myself down from up here to down here, and like, hey, that's not your emotions. I've learned over the years that, to try my best, that now I know what I am, to separate other people's emotions from my emotions, because it's like some, Marvel movie. I literally absorb other people's emotions, even on this YouTube thing. That's why a lot of people, when I'm looking and I watch your video, I come back to your video because you're happy and you're smiling, or you're being joyful, or even goofy. There's a lot of folks on YouTube are goofy. I love it because it actually, even though it's not real because it's recorded, I actually soak it up and literally enjoy the rest of my day. That's why a lot of you guys, when I come back to your videos, it's because of that. I've learned to live my life now positively. Well, if I told you half the stories in my life, it's been, a dark cloud over my head. And when I post something, it's for real. I'm happy. Thank God the woman that I married wasn't and isn't a narcissist. I was terrified when I first met her because as an empath, we love a whole lot deeper. She be swearing I'm going somewhere. Nope. Even though I don't show it a lot of times, it's a very deep bond that I have with that person that I love. Especially if and she doesn't stomp on me or anything like that. And don't get it twisted. I promise you. I prefer to be kind. I prefer to be gentle. I prefer to be loving and caring. But don't get it twisted. Behind a closed door, deep and down in here, I'll say it like that. I'm not the one to be played with. Especially, and it's funny, but right before I learned that I was an empath, subconsciously, I erected boundaries. I remember when I first met the woman of my dreams, I told her, I remember, I think back about it, I said, look, I'm very protective of my emotions, meaning, in other words, they're hard to control. And her just being who she was, a nurturer and a carer, she became that rock that I needed. And I also explained what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take. And she also explained what she's going to take and what she's not going to take. And I appreciate that because I know where I stand. In other words, I ain't trying to piss her off because I'm very appreciative of her. Do you see what I'm saying? But what does all that mean? Yes, I've spent years trying to figure out who the heck I am and why I'm so sensitive to so many things. But I found out that being an empath, I am more attentive or attuned, or I prefer to be where? Outside. And I was wondering, and I look back, my last job, I was 15 years working outside. And alone, I do better working alone. Why you think I'm driving this freaking truck? I do better working alone. But I figured out that I like being outside. And it brings me peace. But what does that mean? I started working on my lawn, and trust me, this ain't your regular lawn care channel. I've effed up that lawn so many freaking times and destroyed hundreds of dollars worth of sod, hundreds of dollars worth of grass seed, hundreds of dollars worth of plants and everything. But I am so happy outside. And I'm more happy mowing the crabgrass and mowing my lawn. That now I will sit out there, especially with a six-pack, I'll sit out there for hours on end in my driveway. Just happy and emotionally stable. I'll give you another example. One of the content creators that I follow, Sweet Ree, she had explained a story about, I think it was her cousin or aunt that passed. And she started tearing up. Guess what that made me do? I teared up. And I was really, really sad. Not for her, but I was sad, period. I've never met a woman in my life. Do you see what I'm saying? So, as an empath, being highly sensitive, we have to find those boundaries and the things that we enjoy doing. That's where I came up with but love mowing. I can't stop walking because my wife, if I stop walking, she gonna kill me. Not kill me like literally kill me, but I'll fall the heck out if I don't learn how to keep up with her. That's the first part of my life. And the second part of that is but love mowing, because I'm happy in myself and happy in my situation and happy in my life. I can't wait to get home to mow. I can't wait to be out there and beautify my lawn. Right now my lawn is dead as a doornail because I live in the South and I have northern lawn. That's the only grass I could get to grow. And because of this heat, it killed it off. But I'm coming back with a vengeance to fix it. That's so. In turn, if you look at the description of my channel, I am a truck driver, learning to love, live life, and see how things are going. And I love mowing. So now you know. Can't stop walking, but love mowing. I love, and when I get addicted to something, and that's the part of it, mowing, it makes me happy. And now you know. And again, I am attracted to positivity. Positivity makes me happy, makes it me okay in here, and erects what? A barrier around me so I can keep these emotions in check. I start, one more other thing, and I'm gonna stop this video. I start every morning, I listen to this Japanese rock and roll, and they dancing and screaming. I don't know what the heck he's saying, but it makes me happy as heck, and I enjoy it. But that's how I start my day. Anytime I get sad or whatever, I go back to that positive music, that positive point, and it's like energizes me and keeps me going. So if you ever see me or meet me and I come in a room and people are arguing or whatever, one, I have to talk myself down and say, hey, that's not me, that's them over there. And then I say, okay, I have to figure out how to make myself back to the positive and erase the negative. So now you know. I'm not an experienced empath, but I am one. And it is what it is. God bless and peace out.